Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about what to expect when you come to US. I will be talking about a lot of things that were like my first experience and things that I learned only after coming here. I'm sure a lot of you dream to come to this country or maybe planning to come to this country. If you are nothing like me, then maybe you'll do your research and get to know about this country and people and everything, maybe through watching English movies or English shows. And unlike me, you will be smart to do that. Although when I came to this country, I didn't do my research or anything. Everything for me was new and a first-hand experience. Let's get into this. The first thing that I want to talk about is that people are very friendly here. You will see strangers smiling at you or doing a small talk when you are in an elevator or when you're at the checkout cashier in a grocery store. People will be doing a lot of small talk with you. So that's something that I wasn't familiar with when I came here, and when we were buying grocery or anywhere, people were just smiling at me or just, asking, hey, how are you doing? How was your day? Small talk like that. That is very common here. So when you come here, don't feel like, oh my God, what's happening? Because people do that. You would think that, oh, is this person knows me? No, they don't know you, but still they are friendly and they say these things. The second thing, I'm sure a lot of people already know about this, but still I want to share that the measuring units and a lot of quantity related units are different than I think all over the world, because I don't think so any other country uses these measuring units. That's what I've heard. So like instead of kilogram, kg, grams, milligrams, here they use pounds, which is lbs, or ounces, and instead of kilometers it's miles. So yeah, there are things like that which is different, which you get used to it after living here for a while. The next thing I want to talk about it, when you eat out in a restaurant or just order something in a restaurant, you will be hearing something very common, which is to go or for here. To go means if you want to take it out with you or you want to eat here, which a lot of people don't know. And when they come here for the first time, it gets a little confusing when they try to order something or try to eat at a restaurant. Like this happened to my husband, and because when I came here, he was already there to explain all these things to me, but for him it was like a first-hand experience. When he was trying to order something, some sandwich at a restaurant, they asked him, is it for here or to go? And he couldn't understand it, what to go means, because we don't say to go in our country. So it was confusing, but then he learned that after doing that 2-3 times. So when you come here and you eat out or take a coffee or anything, you will be hearing this a lot. The next thing I want to talk about is something similar to the previous one. It's about the leftover culture. It is a thing here. So the leftover culture is pretty common here because people eat leftover food a lot. Even if it's a home cooked food or eating out in a restaurant, they always take out the leftover, or if you have leftover at home, it's very common to eat it for the next day or even for next 2 days. For me, it was very weird at first because I'm from India and we know that we don't actually eat leftover food. We don't even eat food from the morning to night. So I was actually not used to it. When me and my husband dating and he was here, he used to tell me that he made something which he's eating after 2 days. And I was like, what? How can you eat it after 2 days? It's not good. Like, we don't do that. But here it's very common, and that time I grossed out. But after coming here, I became one of these people, and I also eat leftover food because of the reasons that in India the temperature is always a bit higher and it's warm, so food gets bad really quickly, or you cannot eat it, it gets bad. Even if it's in the fridge, it gets bad. But here it doesn't stale so quickly. It stays really good. Even after 2-3 days you can still eat it. So that's one of the reasons. Because of the weather, you can eat the food even after 2 days. So yes, I do that too. And not just the home cooked food that you eat, but in the restaurants also, it's very common to take your leftover food at home. We don't do that as much in India, for maybe the reason, again, because we don't eat the leftover food, and another reason is maybe because you don't want to seem cheap, but here people take their food with them. When you're eating at a restaurant and you have leftover food, which happens most of the time because the quantity that they give here in a restaurant, it's a lot. Like, you get a really huge meal here, especially a person like me, petite tiny person like me, cannot finish it. So because of the huge quantity, a lot of times 90% of the time people take their food with them, and it's so common that even restaurant people asks you that do you want to box this or do you want to box for this food. So either you box it yourself or they do it for you, depends on the restaurant. If you come here you will get used to it, like I gotten used to it, which was not so easy for me, but now even I eat food from 2 days old. So next thing I want to talk about, which I'm sure a lot of you already know, is driving on the left side. That's how it is here. So you drive on the left side, and I know I come from a country where we drive on the right side, and I'm not 100% sure that if that's the case with all of the countries, but I think there are few countries where people drive on the left side. I'm not sure, maybe I should have done my research before making this point, but like I said, I'm not 100% sure. But in US you drive on the left side, which maybe people don't know. So just to let you know that yes, if you come here you'll be driving on the left side. And you know, if you go to India and you come here and then you again go to India for holidays or anything, it gets a little confusing when you go there and you try to drive on the right side, but it doesn't take that long. You just start driving and you get used to it. So it's good to know both sides of the driving, which is fun. The next thing is something that I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't know about this. You will only know after you come here, like me. It's about the date format. The date format in US is different than India, as far I know. Here when you write a date, it goes like month first, then the day, and then the year. Which is in India is you write the date first and month and then the year. But here in US it's different. If you want to say like today's date, so you will say January 4th 2023. Or if I want to say my birth date, I would say August 4, 1986. I won't say 4th August 1986. I'm not sure what other countries follow this kind of format, but if you are from the country where the date format is month first and then the date and year, let me know in the comments so that I get to learn something new. So yeah, here are the things that I hope you find interesting and maybe helpful if you are planning to come here. There are many more things that you get to learn when you come here, but these are the things that I could think of right now, which is actually something that everyone experiences. So if you like my video and want to know more about US, then subscribe to my channel. And also if you want to know something particular about here, then you can comment in this video, so I will make the next video about that. Bye until next time.